IMSA fans, we are here at Long Beach, site of one of the great IMSA races each season. 1.9 miles, 11 turns, really tight street course on city streets, where you might think with the hybrid GTP cars, a naturally aspirated V8 like that found in the Cadillac would absolutely dominate. But indeed, last year IMSA, the first series ever to race here in Long Beach, in its 40 plus years of history with hybrid cars. Who came home? Who went to Victory Circle? Porsche Penske Motorsport with a twin turbo V8. That turbo normally shouldn't be able to beat a naturally aspirated V8 like that in the Cadillac, but it did. Why? There is indeed, as you're going to hear me say more than once in some of our interviews, a superpower about hybridization. Why is that? We have the MGU, the motor generator unit, sits in the transmission area, spins up, puts a lot of instant torque. Torque fill is the magic word we're going to be talking about. We have the battery system that retains all that power that gets harvested and releases it back, sends it back to the MGU. Really ornate, super high-tech system. And then we have the fitting of that, the getting it up into the car, mounted into each GTP car. Those hybrid machines all have that same underbody mounting that goes up that we're seeing here, but it's a really high-tech and a really interesting system. But the torque fill is that real difference maker that allows any type of engine in IMSA's GTP class to be successful. So let's talk to our friends from Porsche Penske Motorsport and learn how it works in application. IMSA fans, we have Jonathan Duiguid. I don't know what your official title is. I just call you the guy who does everything within the great Porsche Penske Motorsports program, your hybrid GTP effort, this Porsche 963. We're talking about hybridization at Long Beach and hybrids superpower, which your team demonstrated getting the first win for the 963 model here in Long Beach.
Yep.
What is that superpower?
I think we talked about it before. It's torque fill and using the MGUs and the hybrid systems to supply the power, the significant power that we have to the road. And I think that's really the things that our team really gets to mess with, and especially Porsche, and using the MGU to our advantage. And I think one of the benefits of it is it can fill and help out turbo lag. It can fill and help out, naturally aspirated engines having more torque down low and less power up top. And it can help out all these things to make it to where, regardless of the engine architecture, and I think, Acura has a turbo V6, we have a turbo V8, and Cadillac has a naturally aspirated V8. Realistically, they can all supply the exact same power with the powertrains that these cars have.
And that's the amazing part. So with turbocharged motors, that big boost, the big hit of torque comes when the RPMs start to build, the exhausts fire those gases into the turbos, and that's where the big boost comes in to help the motor rev up. But there's a little tiny weight compared to, say, that naturally aspirated Cadillac. Tell folks about the hairpin here, for example, where everyone's at the slowest speed, lowest engine RPMs. In theory, those Cadillacs should rocket away from everybody, but no, there's that superpower.
Sure, and I think the biggest thing about the electrical power is it's instantaneous. There's no inertia, there's no fuel and air that have to go places. The electrical power is immediately on demand, and that's, I think the drivers like it too as well, because traction control works better. The power they have when they ask for it is immediately right there, and those things sort of work harmoniously, especially with our Porsche V8.
We have this hybrid system available to us, this hybrid power, this 67 brake horsepower type effect. And, there's no set way that we have to use it. So, through different acceleration zones, through different laps, through different races, how you use that hybrid power can change. And, obviously one of the things, like you say, with a car with a big turbo, you can use the hybrid to fill in that initial bit of lag. So, whether the cars are naturally aspirated, whether they're 4-cylinder turbo, 8-cylinder turbo, whatever, we have a prescribed torque curve which every car cannot go over. And you want to make sure that you're always right at that limit of the torque curve on your RPM scale at all times. It's something that I have experience of working on before with the 919 program, and obviously Bosch have a lot of experience with the hybrid systems also. So, it's no surprise that it is so seamless for the driver as such. We literally, it's not something that we even play with during practice sessions and things like this. It's such a it's not a simple thing to work out, but it's, you know, it's a run-of-the-mill kind of part of the package that gets tuned up during race weekends by the engineers in the truck. So it's the thing, whenever I want a 10% request of torque, I get it. And no matter when the corner is a slow speed, you're at 5,000 RPM, or you come out of a high speed fourth gear at 8,000, it's, you know, it is seamless.
Make sure you follow along with us on IMSA's official YouTube channel and follow IMSA Racing on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X. We're going to be doing some pretty cool stuff with some pretty cool people with some pretty cool race cars. Visit IMSA.com to hear the action called live and download the official IMSA app to follow the timing and scoring information as the sessions take place.